Hi, my name is Lawrence Price, and I'd just like to continue to talk about the importance of organizational change and just different things that you can try out as a change agent. A lot of times when you think about organizational change, people usually talk about either broad communications, which your plans around that, and kind of managing the stakeholders as an extension of your communication plan. And then this other thing that people like to talk about a lot is the importance of training plan. Now, both of those things are enormously important. I don't want to minimize those things at all, but there's more to it than that. One thing I like to remind myself and also remind others is that organizational change often happens one person at a time. So the mass training communications, the mass communications planning, the training programs where you bring in a lot of people, all those things are really important. But a lot of times the organizational change happens one person at a time. One thing that I've often used once the change is in the process of happening, so things are changing. We're not no longer just talking about the potential of a future change, but we're actually in the middle of it, right? Is I like to ask leaders and other stakeholders to really kind of get in the habit of asking employees about what they think or what they're feeling about the change. So basically, you seed to the leaders some open-ended questions that will allow them to have an effective conversation. And really begin to have some dialogue. And the impact of these conversations not only has a watershed moment for them as an individual, but a lot of times they'll take those answers back and they'll share them with their other peers. And so now you kind of have this cascading effect of individuals talking to individuals about the change and relaying and sharing information. So I want to bring up a couple of just really, I think, good questions that you can ask your leaders to use as they're having their conversations with different employees, or you may use these types of these questions as maybe something that will cause you to, maybe go back and brainstorm some other ideas around what you can actually share. So, what great question, opening question is, what do you know about the change? Another question would be is, what does and doesn't make sense to you about why we're doing it? A third question is, do you understand the benefits of doing things a new way? Do you have the right training you need to be successful in the new way of doing things? Is there anything about the new way that is hard or challenging for you? And then last but not least, are you getting the support you need from coworkers, from your supervisor, from senior managers or senior management? You know, but one thing to always tell the leaders up front is you may want to give them some talking points and things like that, as far as being able to, if the employee doesn't have the right information or has wrong information around what are the right answers to these questions. But it's really about having that effective conversation. One thing I always kind of caution leaders is, if you don't know the answer to these questions, don't feel the pressure to actually answer, or to kind of to say something off the top of your head. Say, hey, that's a great question. That's a great point. Let me follow back up with you. I'm gonna follow up with someone here locally and let them know what the right answer is, and make sure that they follow up with you and let you know what's kind of going on. But there's always a need, I think, to initiate these conversations. One, to not only let the employees know what's happening, but also maybe to take things back to the project team and saying, hey, these are the types of issues that employees are experiencing. We need to come up with some type of remediation action to fix that, or to solve this issue that's arising. So again, organizational change happens one person at a time, and a great way of facilitating that and walking in that is having these one-on-one conversations throughout the organization, and equipping your leaders and other stakeholders to do them and carry them out. Thank you very much, and good luck with all the changes that you're managing with inside your organization. Also, if you like this video, feel free to definitely like it, and also encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Thanks.